Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
Tonight, crowns will be stolen, stunners will fly, and McMahons will do what McMahons do best, stir the chaos. It's WWF King of the Ring 1999, and our watch-along Part 1 starts right now. Hey, it's Scott Barratt, and welcome back to the Burning Truth. And as always, I'm joined by my partner in crime, the master of mischief, the Hammer. It's Matt Burns, everybody.
I like that. I like that. Silence. That's all he had then. Silence. Backfire.
There we go. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. How are you, Matt? You okay? Good week?
Interesting, I will say, was at TTW this week. And I will say it was an eventful event. Lots of fun. And I will say that the ring needs a good clean from what happened at that show.
Yeah, there's a bit of blood, was there?
Oh, no, a lot of paint. A lot of paint.
A lot of paint. So we're here to sort of be a distraction from the world this week, aren't we, Matt Burns? Lots going on. Israel, plane crashes, Cape Town, Minnesota. There's loads going on in the world. We want to be here to be your relax and your break from all that. And we're going to watch King of the Ring 99.
That's awesome. But there's one thing we need to get. Let's get one thing straight. I need to ask the question. Scott, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, mate. I'm very, very good. I'm illuminated. I'm lit up. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to watch, like I say, King of the Ring 99. And I'm really excited for this. We've been doing sort of this in between other episodes. We've been doing this 99 watch along this year. And I'm pumped for this one because this is one of those pay-per-views that always seems to make it onto the list of worst WWF pay-per-views ever.
Really?
Yeah, legit. And I'm really excited about it. So, you know, in the break since we watched Over the Edge and we did our own Heart Tribute episode, things have been going on Monday Night Raw, and we'll see it in some of the hype packages. But obviously, the corporate ministry revealed their higher power to be Vince McMahon. It was a swerve, bro, on Stone Cold Steve Austin. Linda and Stephanie did not like this swerve, bro, and so they have given Stone Cold both their stocks in the business, which now means Stone Cold owns 50% of the WWF and Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon own 25% each of the WWF. So there's a power struggle in the WWF for control, and that all comes to a head in a ladder match on this show. We've also got The Undertaker defending his newly won WWF Championship against The Rock. Rock really coming into his own, a babyface in 1999 now after the turn at Backlash. So loads going on. Really excited to get into it. But Matt Burns, how does a watch along work?
Well, here's how it works. For this instance, we say, get King of the Ring 1999 ready on Peacock, Netflix, DVD, however you want to watch. That's your choice. Cue it up to the very start of the event. And when we count down 3, 2, 1, play, hit play at the same time as us. From there, we will guide you through every match with live reactions, insights, and some classic wrestling trivia, and even potentially some current event news and knowledge.
Absolutely, we will. So we're just going to take a quick pause. Pause our video now if you want to go and get yourself loaded up for King of the Ring. I've decided to go with Netflix. Nice and easy for me, but you do what you do for wherever you will watch your King of the Ring. And when you're ready, press play on us. And hopefully everybody's ready now. And I'm going to say we're going to count it down at 3, 2, 1, play. And we are off with that classic WWF opening. I absolutely love it, you know. There's nothing like it. Well, there's just nothing like it.
I've just seen something that Netflix has just upset me with. It says, skip this intro. No.
No. And we're getting the hype package now, just giving us some of the background that I've been talking about. Vince is the higher power, but Stone Cold's got a tie. We don't drink coffee at 10 o'clock where I come from. Get me another beer. So very quickly, we've got Vince McMahon back as a heel now.
Oh, yeah.
And this is classic 1999 booking at the corporate ministry, the higher power. We had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And so we panicked and we thought, well, let's just go back to Austin McMahon.
As much as I think they did what was best, what they believe was best at the time. Because tell me, as an old, well, oh wait, I believe we did do an alternative, didn't we?
Yeah, we've done a reboot this for this. You can find it in a blog form on the website, theburningtruthuk.com. Also, it's in our archives. I may do a special on it like I did for one last week on the Nexus on the YouTube. But how I would reboot the Ministry of Darkness, absolutely. And you can see it from this, right? Because it's not long after this now that the ministry sort of loses its way. So we've had the ministry, the corporate ministry, which is together now. And now McMahon's been revealed as the higher power. The ministry have sort of got no reason to be. They were there to upset the balance and take the WWF from Vince McMahon. If Vince McMahon's the higher power, what is the point in him?
It sort of defeats the whole... They were meant to be there to be a thorn in Vince's side. So if Vince is actually part of it, what's
the point? What's the point?
Who are the thorn in the side of, really?
I had just enough time to make myself a cup of tea before we started this. Now I wish I'd made 2. Classic. We got good old JR, Jerry the King Lawler on commentary for King of the Ring 99. And I'm not sure, we'll have to figure it out as we go, Matt Burns, but I'm not sure what any of the undercard is. I imagine we'll get semi-finals, maybe even quarterfinals of the King of the Ring itself.
Well, that's where I come in handy right now. I've actually got the card.
Okay, but don't give any results away.
Oh, no. We've already had, in a dark match, Meat defeating Kurt Angle, which might sound shocking.
Doesn't.
The Brood on a heat match versus the Hardys to determine the number one contenders for the WWF Tag Team Championships. Ended in a no contest.
Okay. Here we go. We've got Monday Night Heat here. Got Steve Blackman wailing on Ken Shamrock, the Lethal Weapon. And he must be new to the roster around this time, Steve Blackman.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And one thing I will say is he was somebody who a lot of people legitimately said, do not mess with.
Absolutely.
Well, with this, as you've just seen, Ken Shamrock defeating Shane McMahon
What was that for? Because I thought Ken Shamrock was in the corporate ministry.
No, this was actually part of the actual King of the Ring tournament.
Right, got you.
I think it was a qualifying match, but then we had Prince Albert versus, with draws, defeating Val Venus, and corporate ministry Minion and Viscera defeating Big Boss Man in a handicap match.
Okay, so Boss Man's out of the ministry at this point as well.
Yeah. So I think that's why I think it was becoming less corporate and more back to just the Ministry of Darkness.
With Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
And here comes probably our MVP of 1999 watch-alongs, Matt Burns. He's becoming slowly my guilty pleasure on these.
He is.
It's hardcore Bob Holly. Do you know what? I'm going to say it right now. We've watched 4 pay-per-views from 1999 so far. This is number 5. I've not seen a bad Bob Holly match yet. I know.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
If you work as a manufacturing facilities engineer, installing a new piece of equipment can be as complex as the machinery itself. From prep work to alignment and testing, it's your team's job to put it all together. That's why it's good to have Grainger on your side. With industrial-grade products and next-day delivery, Grainger helps ensure you have everything you need close at hand through every step of the installation. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I went there. I said it. I've not seen a bad Bob Holly match.
Well, do you know who he's up against?
Is it his old favourite?
Go on.
Al Snow. Is it Al Snow again?
No.
Oh, so for the first time in 5, he's not against Al Snow.
For the first time.
Oh, it's X-Pac. Lovely. And is this a King of the Ring itself?
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense.
This is the quarterfinals match.
Yeah, X-Pac in the red, black, and white. Not quite as cool as the green version of the gear, but it's still cool. Cool entrance.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I used to like the fireworks in the ring. I liked it for Shawn Michaels too.
Yeah.
So just to recap for anybody that's joining us late or is listening along on the podcast, we're currently at 6 minutes and 24 seconds through our watch along of King of the Ring 1999. Just about to see Hardcore Holly and X-Pac lock up. Colin Albert's eye up.
I know some people aren't biggest fans of King of the Ring tournament or anything, but or the King of the Ring event, the name of it. Yeah. Me, whole different story.
I think it's okay. I think there's some really good King of the Ring moments.
Oh,
we've
yeah.
got the Mick Foley off the style. We got Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon going through the glass. got some great moments of different characters winning the King of the Ring, the likes of Owen Hart, Bret Hart, Steve Austin. We would never have Austin 316 without it. So yeah, I like the event.
Well, I still find
it's very classic. I like it for Saudi Arabia, funnily enough. Feels regal, doesn't it?
Okay. You know what shocks me about the entire situation?
Go on.
You mentioned Austin. Bear in mind, it almost wasn't Austin.
Yeah. That's because of the whole curtain call debacle.
Yeah.
As X-Pac goes to Holly's ribs here, tries to whip him in reversal by Holly. X-Pac onto the second and comes off for a wicked crossbody. And while we're talking about King of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring back on WWE TV now as we speak on the 16th of June 2025, Matt Burns.
Yeah.
Slightly different format this year, though. How do you feel about that? And do you want to explain it to us?
The whole triple threat thing.
Yeah, so the fatal four ways for some and triple threats for others, and like those multi-mans to get us to the semi-finals. I quite like that.
It does freshen it up a little bit. And it does.
Speeds it up as well. It speeds it up as well, which is one thing. I think the thing of the King of the Ring is the more wrestlers you want in it, the bigger the tournament has to be, the longer it will take to get through. Doing these sort of multi-man matches speeds it up significantly. And for how fast WWE TV moves between Saturday night's main event, premium live events, NXT takeovers, I like the idea of speeding the tournament up.
The only difference is it's not technically King of the Ring, though, is it?
King and Queen of the Ring. And the event this year called Night of Champions, which will host the finals to the tournament, I believe, in Saudi Arabia.
Which, because of the whole big change, I actually like the fact that you've actually got King and Queen of the Ring happening at Night of Champions.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded it being called King and Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, same here. Oh,
and Holly's been disqualified for hitting X-Pac with the steel chair. Mike Chioda calls for the bell. I'm on ref watch again. If you're watching along with us, the clock in the center, that's 9 minutes, 39, 40, 41 seconds. That's how far through King of the Ring 99 we are. So thanks for joining us. If you're watching along live, make sure you get your comments in. Make sure you subscribe. Help us get to 1,000 subscriers this year. Here comes the Road Dog.
And the referee's on extra bell duty.
Down. And Holly gets out of there, hightails it. And Night Champions, Matt Burns, not only are we looking forward to the King and Queen of the Ring finals, but I think the main event has pretty much been signed. I think it's going to be one of the best main events of the year, no?
Yeah.
John Cena and the best in the world, CM Punk.
And the promos that have been happening lately for it have been
gold. Cena always says that there's nobody who can compete with him on the mic.
Punk.
And Punk is phenomenal, isn't he?
Do you make it even weirder? The irony of what happened on SmackDown this recently.
Go on.
You do know that was close to the anniversary to a certain moment. And I find it really weird that when he did the pipe bomb moment, do you know who was in the ring?
Truth and Cena.
And what happened again?
Full circle, man. Full circle. Do I have everybody's attention now? I just think, the pipe bomb, Money in the Bank. Oh, we're getting the King of the Ring bracket on the screen right now. Mr. Ass, Ken Shamrock, Big Show, Kane, Road Dogg, China, and now X-Pac defeating Hog Holly to go through to the semi-finals. So they're doing it all on the pay-per-view. That's a lot of matches.
Yeah.
Terry Taylor. It's a red rooster. How about you give me the belt? And then what, Bob? Then I'll beat everybody.
You know, I thought it was so funny then. That could have been a nickname right there. The big shot of Hardcore Holly.
I like that, the big shot. Big shot Holly. I just called him Big Shot Holly. Here comes the big show. Huge one, big show. Huge.
I am going to say this right now. I watched some of the Undertaker's podcast recently.
Who's?
The Undertaker's.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, he covers Big Show on one of the episodes. Not long after he's come across from WCW, and he's like green, and he said he's doing a tag team match with him and Show versus Kane and X-Pac. Something goes a bit wrong during the match. Big Show's messing up. And Taker's like, he's a lot bigger than me, but I've got to set the tone. Somehow. How does he set the tone? To tag him in, he absolutely full ball slaps him on the face.
Tags his face. Here comes the big red machine. So is this the other quarterfinal? Big Show versus Kane, Matt Burns?
I believe it is.
It's a big one, man. It's a big one. So at this point, we've got X-Pac and Kane tagging. We've got X-Pac and Road Dogg are still friendly. Billy Gunn's on the outs of the end of DX at this time.
Yeah. Now, prior to this, just so you know, Billy Gunn had beaten Vader, Ken Shamrock beat Jeff Jarrett, Big Show beat Droz.
We have a round of 16. Oh, my God.
Kane beat Test. Road Dogg beat The Godfather. China beat Val Venus. Hardcore Holly beat Al Snow. We could have had it on the pay-per-view.
I mean, I already think this is too many matches for the pay-per-view. You've got to think now, like the infomercial PLEs that we get now with 5 matches.
Yeah. And X-Pac beat Big Boss Man before. This is all before this event.
Who'd you like in this one, Matt Burns? Big Show or Kane?
Oof.
As Big Show throws Kane across the ring, manhandles Kane.
He's not exactly, that's what I'm saying. Kane's not exactly a small dude.
7 foot, 350 pounds. God, no, he's a big dude.
And there's Big Show. Ooh.
Referee Jimmy Corderas on the call. Ref watch. If you know, you know. Stubby D, Rock versus Undertaker was the best match of the pay-per-view. Hey, we'll see when we get there, mate. Absolutely. This is part 1 tonight. It depends how late in the show it is. We might come back on, are we thinking Wednesday or Thursday, Matt Burns, for part 2?
Wednesday, possibly. I'd say
Wednesday probably for part 2. We'll watch the first half tonight.
I think this is where you can
Big
tell.
Big Show. Boom.
You can tell it's early days for Big Show.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
But then when you say early days, he has had a 3-4 year run in WCW before this. And I know it's very different, working very different people and playing to his strengths, but...
No, you can tell it's early days with Big Show because he's got a bit more... He uses more agility.
Yeah, he's much more athletic earlier on, isn't he?
Yeah.
I remember watching it live in 1999. Doesn't Billy Gunn win in 1999? I don't know, Stubby D. No spoilers, please. We'll see what happens when we get there. But yeah, I think you might be right. It's certainly one to forget. 99 King of the Ring. We'll talk about it more as we go through it, but I think said earlier on, it's always turns up on like worst WWF pay-per-views ever, like sort of lists, and I'm not too sure why, because on the face of it, there's a lot of good matches on here. They seem to try and cram a lot in. No, Stubby, I have seen it, but I haven't seen it since 1999. Just to reply to this one, you haven't seen it, my bad. Yeah, I have seen it. I just haven't seen it since 1999.
The odd thing about
25 years ago, by God.
The realization.
26 years ago.
I think with it, for me, in regards to we are watching this back. I'm just looking at it right now on the whole
low blow from Big Show to low blow from Kane to the Big Show, rather, as ref goes down. And here comes Bob. It's what's his name? Big Stick Bob Ollie. Is that what we call it?
Big Shot.
Big Shot Bob Ollie. Kane doesn't want to win that way.
No.
He'll low blow the Big Show, but he doesn't want Hardcore Holly's help. Choke slam to Bob from good old Kane. And now here comes Show. Big right hand to Kane. Ref still down.
Ooh.
Shoves Kane in the buckle. You are watching along with us. We're at 18 minutes, 50, 51, 52 seconds. We're currently watching on Netflix, but wherever you've got it, DVD, Peacock, whatever you fancy, just watch along with it.
Here we go.
Pause us and catch up for alternate commentary. And now Kane's got the Big Show. Got him by the throat. Big Show's fading. He's fading. Big Show looks like he's going down here. Oh, he's losing his footing.
I think what was
down
good
to a knee.
here,
Big Show's down to a knee.
I think what's good here, this is a bit of good storytelling here.
Oh, absolutely.
I think.
Big Show's fading here. Kane's got him in this naked choke.
But the Big Show's getting the crowds going. Bit of old school here.
They're going absolutely mild. I don't know why people consider it one of the worst. I'd say No Mercy was worst. And the question I'd ask you there, Stubby D, is which No Mercy? Because there's two in 99. There was the UK specific one, and there was the official No Mercy later in the year.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
What was the main event of No Mercy 99? Was that the Triple H, Undertaker, Stone Cold Triple Threat?
Of the proper No Mercy.
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds.
Kane's had his hand around Big Show's neck for a long time now.
He's gasping for air.
Oh, when he's got that huge right hand of his own.
Oh, the main event, it was Triple H versus Stone Cold in Anything Goes.
Oh, okay. Big Show knocked Kane off, but then Kane with the steel chair absolutely pummels the Big Show.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Goes for a cover just as Jimmy KOTR starts to get up. 1, 2, that's got to be all. 3. Kane gets the victory over Big Show. The Big Show's through to the semi-finals just like that. Like I say, I think too many matches on this PLE, on this pay-per-view.
But then again, if you think about it, there were many during the 1999 for most of the big events.
I know, but I mean the 7 King of the Ring matches, let alone the WWE title, Vince and Shane versus Austin.
Do you know how many there is when we take out dark matches and heat matches in total?
10 matches. Wow, it's a lot of matches. Stubby, best was probably Royal Rumble 99 or the 6-pack challenge at Unforgiven, in my opinion. Royal Rumble 99 was good. I maintain Mania 15 was much better than people give it credit for. We talked about this at length. Certainly the main event, Austin Rock at WrestleMania 15 in 99, is the best of the 3 Austin Rock matches. And if you want to hear my rant about that, you can go back in the archives and watch our WrestleMania 15 watch along.
He was right. He was right.
As Vince is interviewed by a very young Michael Cole, talking about Shane McMahon's injury from earlier in the night.
Yeah.
And here comes Mr. Ass. Current reigning, defending tag team champion. Who's his partner at this point? Is it Road Dogg again? Because I know he's sort of on the outs of DX at this time. I think it is. I'm going to say it's Road Dogg again.
Here's your answers. It's weird, that is.
Or was he just the champion on his own? Stubby, oh yeah, Mania 15 was amazing. You're right, Stubby, it was. It's totally underrated. Also, I prefer 19 to 17. Listen, I'll give it you quickly here now. So, 15 is way overbooked for a match, but the finish is absolutely perfect with all the run-ins. Mick Foley coming back from the hospital to count the 3, Vince getting involved and getting taken out by Mick Foley. The whole thing's absolutely perfect. WrestleMania 17, the turn is awful and ruins it. WrestleMania 19, neither of them have a good match, although the finish is okay. Austin's head isn't turning after being in the hospital the night before. So out of the 3, because of the match quality of 19 not being as good and the finish at 17 being awful, I think 15 is definitely the best. Shamrock's lost it.
Okay.
He's going to come out and wrestle Billy Gunn. Mr. Ass, he's going to get it.
Ah, right. You asked a question earlier.
Who was Billy Gunn's tag partner?
Neither.
He just won the one off X-Pac.
No.
He just took the one off X-Pac.
No. They weren't even the tag team champions. The Acolytes were.
Oh, but Billy Gunn just took one of the belts.
He just stole Bradshaw's.
Wow.
Where
1999, man.
Yep. Where essentially Bradshaw calls out Billy Gunn and just says, "That's my belt," and clobbers him for it.
Billy Gunn versus Ken Shamrock now. Quarterfinal match. Teddy Long on the call. Go on, Teddy.
Unfortunately, it's not a tag team match, player.
And there's no Undertaker or Randy Orton.
Oh, there is a Taker later, but no Orton yet. Well, there is, but
big kick from Ken Shamrock. Whipped off the ropes. Shamrock goes for that crossbody. Oh, Billy Gunn catches him and backbreaker onto his knee. Beautiful.
I'd go as far as a rib breaker potentially.
Yeah,
especially with the added internal bleeding.
Oh.
That was the thing with Ken Shamrock that he was so good at. Locking in that ankle lock.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%.
He can snap in anywhere and probably snap your leg at the same time.
Yeah, world's most dangerous man, but actually they didn't position him as a top guy, so I don't know how much of that I believe. I certainly never believed it as a kid watching it. Like, yeah, he's odd. I mean, he's not the hardest guy on the roster.
Wow. He's not. You couldn't say with Shamrock he was causing any issues or.
I'm just saying, if you built it up properly, you could have had the world's most dangerous man in a program against the toughest SOB in the WWF, and you could have had a real legitimate program there if you legitimize Ken Shamrock and what he's doing. But he was a bit of a sideshow act by this point. Stewie D, 15 was amazing. The entire build-up from Royal Rumble to WrestleMania was best viewed ever. I think the finish of 17 was ridiculous. The Rock kicked out way too many chair shots and stunners, etc. Yeah, but even that I didn't mind too much. It was the turn. The turn left a really sour taste in my mouth. Just aligning with Vince McMahon was just totally the wrong move. But yeah, I agree totally. 15 was fabulous, and it doesn't get enough praise. Again, go back, check it out in our archives. We watched along that, and it was eye-opening for Matt Burns. My favorite pay-per-view of all time, of all the times. As Ken Shamrock's down in the ring, and Billy Gunn goes up to the top rope as we approach 29 minutes and 4, 5, 6 seconds, and Billy Gunn misses that splash.
Wow. Shall we talk about some current events?
Yeah.
Some current news? Right. Shall we cover AEW?
Do we have to?
Yeah, because you might like it soon as someone's in deep trouble.
Go on then, Matt Burns. Talk to me about AEW.
AEW and John Moxley are being sued for basically having a civil assault and battery by a production crew member. They're being sued.
It's a very suey culture, isn't it, America? They sue everybody for anything.
It's a civil lawsuit reporting that it's on it saying basically he's not been looked after alongside civil assault and battery over a ringside incident involving Moxley and a production crew member. The plaintiff, Christopher Dispenser, claims he suffered severe neck and shoulder injuries as a result of being shoved to the ground unexpectedly by Moxley.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn. and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
After a couple more shots to the stomach there, Billy Gunn picked up the win. Ken Shamrock now selling in the ring. He's bleeding from the mouth again, just showing off like sort of internal injuries. But Shamrock's out. Billy Gunn progresses to the semi-finals. So that's Billy Gunn, that's Kane, and that's X-Pac.
A very DX King of the Ring.
It is very DX heavy because even Kane at this point is tagging with X-Pac.
Mm-hmm. Back to the news.
The next one's China and Road Dogg. Oh my God.
This allegedly took place on an episode of AW Dynamite in 2023. The plaintiff alleges he was forced to undergo cervical fusion surgery, shoulder surgery, and treatment for other unspecified injuries as a result. So as you can imagine, it's weird. This is
very.
It says that he worked with AEW since December 5th. He was demoted from the role of carpenter by his employee broadcast service group without an explanation. They're wondering if it's to do with the whole. It was during May 10th, 2023. I think it was the Kenny Omega versus Moxley match, steel cage, when he grabbed
Anyway, there's litigation involved like this, so just hope that the truth comes out and everybody gets what they deserve.
Basically, what's happened is Moxley grabbed the screwdriver to use on Omega. He jumped up. He got shoved to the ground, and it was basically an unplanned fall as a result of being shoved, from what it's being said. So it's a bit of a weird one. Absolutely. But all I'm just gonna say is we're gonna leave it there. Let the courts decide it. And what it'll
never go to court, man. It'll get settled outside of court. Most stuff does. Road Dogg in the ring. We're about to get the big intro in. To the dog house.
I was about to say, let them deal with it.
And now you'll know if we're synced up correctly, Matt Burns. You ready? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Right, only bring.
Suck it. Love it. Absolutely love the DX, the Road Dogg intro. And here comes China. Attempting to become Queen of the Ring long before there was such a thing. Accompanied by Triple H as well. Both members of the corporate ministry currently.
Huh. Interesting.
What?
Interesting facts for after this match.
China earlier in the night got a low blow on the Road Dog.
Right. Are we ready for the next piece of information? Well, actually, we'll go back to the actual pay-per-view, which is King of the Ring 1999. Which, from the looks of things, as we can see right now, we've got China and Road Dogg battling it out. Road Dogg's being professional, showing there. I think, but and as we just heard from good old JR, this is the final quarterfinal. Got some chain wrestling going on. Ooh, back elbow clean. Anyway, here we go. Here we go.
Sorry, Matt Burns. I'm back. I'm just getting a bit comfier in my chair.
Ah. No worries, no worries. I was just about to cover some current news again.
Yeah, go for it, yeah.
The question is, do you want news on Cody Rhodes?
Give me some news, Matt Burns. Just give me some news.
Well, Cody Rhodes is, there might have been a reason why he's been away.
Adrenaline in my soul. Oh my God, it's Cody Rhodes.
Starring in The Naked Gun.
Is he going to be in The Naked Gun?
He's in The Naked Gun.
Oh, we've got Nick Teodoro on the line, Matt Burns. Currently in the chat. I wonder if Road Dogg could have managed any WWE talent post his career. Feel like a big miss. I totally agree, you know. I could not agree more. Road Dogg would have been brilliant with somebody that struggled to speak in the WWE. Somebody of the ilk of maybe a Matt Riddle. Trying to think, Shinsuke Nakamura. So Brian James definitely could have done a job as a manager. You know, and I think he would have been seen maybe not to the heights of a Bobby Heenan or a Paul Heyman, but certainly could have been seen as you know a quality manager. You know, of the same ilk as Cherry or Slick or.
He had a way with words. He always had a way.
Billy Gunn. Brian James, Road Dogg, fabulous promo. Thanks for your comment, Nick. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the video, share it with wherever you listen to your wrestling. We're going to do part 1 tonight. We're going to take a break about halfway through this watch long. Come back on Wednesday, 8 p.m. and watch the second half. And Nick reckons China going into the Hall of Fame this next time for sure. I'll believe it when I see it, Nick. Is where I land on that. I'll believe it when I see it.
Unless that's breaking news that we don't know about.
It's a bit early for Hall of Fame news. Yeah, like I say, I believe it when I see it.
The thing is, we could say it is, but many could argue that she's already in it as part of Generation X.
Yeah, she didn't go in though, did she?
But she should have she should be in there by herself. as well.
Do you think her career was that good?
She was a nice wonder of the world.
I feel like we let any bugger in the Hall of Fame right now. Like Michelle McCool going in the Hall of Fame. Ridiculous. Nikki Bella, Hall of Fame. Ridiculous. Is Layla in? Kelly, Tori Wilson. Any of them in? They shouldn't be.
Tori's in.
You know, I can name. I think I can name 4 WWE women who should be Hall of Famers. Maybe 5.
Go on.
These are my 5: Mae Young, Moolah, Sherry.
I highly doubt Moolah will be in.
Lita, Trish. They're the 6 that right now I would class as Hall of Fame WWE women.
Isn't Moolah already in?
Yeah, I'm just telling you what my 6 are.
Okay.
So for me, anybody else that's in there right now, Alundra Blaze, Ivory, Molly Holly, they shouldn't be in there. Victoria, they shouldn't be in there.
Hang on. No. I disagree with you on Ivory on that one.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
No, honestly, I don't think. Did they have good careers? Yes. Was it a Hall of Fame career? No. I also think we let way too many men in as well.
A lot of
like
them
everybody was happy that Lex Luger went in the Hall of Fame this year, and very good for him. He's had a great second act of his life. He's an inspiration for everyone. But
yeah,
did I think his career was good enough for him to have gone into the WWE Hall of Fame? No, I don't.
You did see them chops, didn't you?
Yeah. I just think the more people we let in the Hall of Fame, the less it means.
I get where you're coming from. I do get where you're coming from.
If everyone's in the Hall of Fame, Matt Burns, nobody's in the Hall of Fame. If everyone's a champion, no one's a champion. That's why nobody's a champion in AEW. Not even Mercedes Moné 9 belts.
Is it 9 belts?
I don't know how many she's got. Go on, dog. Do it. DDT. Question for anybody else in the chat. Who would you have had Road Dogg managing in WWE these days? So the active roster right now, who would you put Road Dogg with as a manager? Ooh. I think I'd put Road Dogg with.
Go on.
Right now, I'd put him with somebody like Ray Phoenix.
I wouldn't. I've got somebody. You'll probably laugh.
Go on.
Have Road Dogg as a translator. For Mr. Iguana.
I think that's too much gimmick.
He's got an iguana.
Yeah. I don't get that yet. I'm hoping I get it.
I'm joking, of course. Because I just like how other certain news outlets keep saying, he's got an iguana.
Yeah. China's got Road Dogg in a sleeper.
That's in deep.
It's in deep. Slims McKenzie's in the chat. I don't know much about Road Dogg. I grew up during Ruthless Aggression. Slims, you'd have probably seen him if you'd have watched any TNA during that time.
Yeah.
As BB James over as part of the 3 Live crew.
Yeah, or as the Voodoo Kin Mafia.
The Voodoo Kin Mafia, yeah. I don't know much about Road Dogg. And then also got my Attitude Era. Well, I mean, you may as well. It's all on the Peacock or the WWE Network or we're watching on Netflix currently. And we're enjoying ourselves. We're trying to, every month, we're trying to watch sort of the next pay-per-view. So we're 26 years, pretty much exactly from when this pay-per-view would have been on, King of the Ring 1999, the June pay-per-view of 99. And we're sort of following the story. The problem with WWF during this time is the story changes every week. And we're not watching every episode of Raw. So we're just trying to keep up to date based on what we know and sort of the video packages, etc. But I mean,
yeah.
If it's there and you've got the time to watch it, it's really entertaining stuff. It's completely different television to what we watch right now. Things happened so fast in '99. Properly crashed TV.
Yeah, it was changing regularly, with each ebb and flow, because at the same time they also had some serious competition.
Road Dogg got China in a sleeper now as we get to 45 minutes and 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds. If you're watching along with us, we're providing alternate commentary on King of the Ring 99. Oh, China got a foot on the ropes there, Matt Burns. I don't know if you saw that.
Don't you mean a bit of an assist?
I didn't see an assist. I just saw China get a foot on the ropes.
Oh, here comes a roll-up. The move that you wanted banned.
I do want that banned.
And it didn't get the result. So you slave.
Oh, Triple H catches Road Dogg there. Big right hand, puts Road Dogg down. And now we've got China down, we've got the Road Dogg down, and we've got the referee down. China now asleep on top of the Road Dogg. Giving him a lovely
There we go.
1, 2.
Hey!
2 counts and kicked out by the Road Dogg. I remember the finish to this now, Matt Burns. It's a very clever finish. Road Dogg does it really well. And here comes Shawn Michaels, the commissioner. The best buds. Triple H and China. And here he is, Road Dogg in some shake, rattle, and roll.
Boom! That's a good sequence right there. You've got to admit that.
Again, the ring, and here's Shawn. From Triple H, get gone.
Get out of here. He's being told, well, as the modern day would say, get out of here. But Luke, China getting back up. Road Dogg distracted. Oh,
there's the low blow. But what's happened there? Road Dogg had that scouted. And here comes the pump handle for 3. 1, 2. Road Dogg advances to the semi-finals.
Are you ready for the interesting fact?
Yeah.
This was the longest quarterfinal match.
I'm not surprised it took ages. I did like the finish, though, with the loaded cup. Absolutely.
Yeah. Not only was it long, but compared to all the other quarterfinal matches, you could possibly have an argument of you could have compared all the other 3 matches.
Added them together. So semi-finals now. We've got Mr. Ass versus Kane and the Road Dogg versus X-Pac. The winners to face in the finals of the King of the Ring 1999. Oh, we got the Rock backstage having an interview with Michael Cole now.
McMahons.
Is love it. I had a pair of those glasses. I paid a lot of money for them. Great promo there from The Rock. And now the next match, Matt Burns, is
the following contest is a tag team match to determine the number one.
You told me on Sunday Night Heat, the Brood and the Hardys drew.
Basically, it's to determine the number 1 contenders for the WWF Tag Team Championship. So it's the Brood versus the Hardys. Or should we just really say what it really is? Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
Rock March. Clean the house there, really. Here comes the big spit. Oh, we're not doing it.
Oh, interesting fact for you.
Go on.
Gangrel.
Oh, it's Michael PSAs. Gangrel.
He always asks one question.
Oh, no, sorry. It's Michael Hayes again.
That's Michael Hayes. Yeah, he asked me one question once when I was at a show with him. And he looked mean as everything, as blood's dripping out of his mouth. He literally asked me if I was a fan of My Little Pony. Take that seriously.
Slims is back again. I love that one. Brood promo where Gangrel and Edge butcher it and Christian refuses to speak.
Oh, you mean I know exactly which one he's on about.
Yeah,
he's on about where they thought, let's give this Mark. Let him speak. Let him speak. And there goes the plane going down on their careers.
Yeah. Also got Karen up Manuel. Cena said Cena said he's the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. Hard to disagree with him right now. He's certainly in the conversation.
Especially as he's the unseen 17. I don't think he's all of them.
Oh no, he's definitely got holes in. I think Jeff Hardy and Michael Hayes had the same shirt on purpose. Would you reckon Jeff Hardy bought that shirt and Michael Hayes went, dude, I got one of those.
I got one of those, and it's just now thinking, Jeff's like, one is going to have to change. No, that's not happening. Too late now.
Who's on your Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling, Matt Burns?
Taker's got to be on there. Undertaker, definitely.
Yeah.
It's hard to say because there's so many people you can put on there because you've got your Hogans, you've got your Flairs, you've got your Takers, you've got your Rocks, you've got your Austins.
It's tough. If you take great promoters and we just say in ring work, or not in ring work, but performance, I would probably say Cena, Hogan, Austin, Taker. Flair wouldn't make it.
Oh, deep cut. That's a deep cut right there.
Bret Hart wouldn't make it. Flair wouldn't make it. Yeah. Even my favourite, Jeff Jarrett, wouldn't make it.
Ain't he great, though?
Taking them. Do you know what? I lost my train of thought then, but only because I just realised that Christian's wrestling in that shirt. Like, how uncomfortable that must have been. Like, that's not just like a normal t-shirt or whatever. That's like a full-on buttoned-up shirt. Michael Hayes in the ring. No. They should have had him pretend to be Jeff Hardy at times.
What was that about?
Oh, wow. Unbelievable. Whoa, Christian.
That even then you can see that Christian's got some of it.
Oh, Gangrel got the wrong man. Twist of fate. And wins with the twist of fate. No swanton, no moonsault, no nothing.
I'm about to say that. Did JR say he missed or missed?
Exactly. Got another message from Karan. I'd say personally, Austin, Hogan, Rock, and Undertaker.
So you wouldn't go with
one of those who carried the company after 2000. I mean, Cena was the company for many years, for certainly longer than Austin, Hogan, or Rock did it, which is why he makes my list, probably Cena. Certainly makes it over Rock, who never really held the company for any length of time.
So I'm looking at the that epic spear.
Yeah, that's the wrong guy. The missed.
Look at this. Boom!
It was good. It was after that final move that we got the win. See, he doesn't feel his ministry now, does he? He's got no cape on. He's got no darkness. Michael Cole's talking to him, and he's just talking straight. It's lost the allure like a week, 2 weeks after the Ministry of Darkness.
Did you just hear the promo? Did you hear the promo then? No. How to get rid of the mystique from Undertaker? Just have Taker let you just say, "What do you get when you rip off the balls of a bull?"
Right, here comes Mr. McMahon. It's time for that triple. Is it triple threat? 2-on-1? Either way, it's the ladder match for control of the WWF. And I think this is probably going to be our last match for tonight, Matt Burns, before we come back for part 2 on Wednesday, 8 p.m.
I don't think it's now.
Well, Vince in the ring.
It's not right now. I think this is just a promo.
I mean, they are going short, only doing 2 hours and what did I say it was, 2.5 hours pay-per-view. You know, they're closer to 3 hours normally, so they must have been, killing for time. Equally, they've got so many matches on the roster that they could have given more an extra 5 minutes. Shane can't compete, Matt Burns. Will not take place. Boo. Shawn Michaels, he's not happy with this. Just like he wasn't happy at WrestleMania with Vince. Shawn, man. It's interesting, the whole Shawn Michaels thing. Yeah, so he hit his back and he got paid for the next 4 years, even though he wasn't wrestling.
Yeah.
That was Brett. Do you think Brett would have been paid? I mean, he told Brett, start off the WCW, see if he can get a better deal.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn. and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
Suitable replacement. You haven't noticed that, though. Karen says Michael's acting skills were goated. I mean, Vince's were too, let's be fair. Who was the best commissioner? Mick Foley was good.
Foley was
William
good.
Regal was good.
Regal was good.
Sergeant Slaughter was rubbish.
Who?
Sarge.
You had to, yeah, you need to get the wipers for that.
Exactly.
Sean was good. Commissioners.
Right, Matt Burns, I move that we pause here and continue our part 2 on Wednesday night and watch the remaining hour and 25 minutes of this pay-per-view.
Yeah, if you want to do that, yeah, I'm happy with that.
If you're watching along live with us, we'll be back on Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK time, to watch the rest of this pay-per-view from 1999, the fabulous King of the Ring. Looks like Billy Gunn Kane is going to be the next match. I'll pause here at 1 hour, 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Remember that for when we come back on Wednesday.
Hang on, let me just add that into the notes right now. That, as you said it, that was 1 hour,
2 minutes, 35 seconds.
35 seconds.
The remaining hour and 25 minutes on Wednesday night.
That's all duly noted.
We've had a really good time watching it, but things are getting late and we've both got meetings in the morning, so we've both got to get off. We'll finish this on Wednesday. Remember, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube, so please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share with your friends, comment, do all the good stuff. I tell you what, while you're waiting for us to come back with part 2, comment below what is your wrestling Mount Rushmore and who was the best WWF commissioner? They're the questions, or general manager. They're the questions we want answering.
Actually, I've got one more question. One more. Who was your favorite King of the Ring winner?
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Who's your favorite King of the Ring winner? And why was it Kurt Angle? I will see you all on Wednesday. I think that's it from me, Matt Burns. Anything else from you?
Yeah, pretty much. Because I'll be joining you on Wednesday. But until next time, stay fired up, stay passionate, and remember DFTBA, which, in case if you didn't know what it means, it of course means don't forget to be awesome!
Excelsior! I knew you'd be back. This is WWE King of the Ring 1999 Part 2, the watch along. hey, it's Scott Barratt, and you're back with the burning truth. And I'm here once again with my favourite co-host, the one, the only, the mighty, the hammer. It's Matt Burns, everybody! Got that. How are you?
I'm all good. I will say it's a lovely midday week.
It's very warm in the Midlands of the UK this week. I clocked it as about 33 degrees earlier on. I'm not sure if that's legit or what, but it was hot.
It's supposed it might be getting hotter at the weekend.
Yeah, I've got one of these Dyson air cooler fan things going. It's absolutely going nuts next to me at the minute. And it comes with a handy little remote. And that is what's kept me sane the last couple of days. I've been working from home and I've been able to keep myself cool and hydrated and all the things you have to do. So hopefully you're safe and happy wherever you are in the world. And we're back for King of the Ring 99 Part 2 tonight, Matt Burns. We watched 5 matches on Monday. We're going to watch the remaining 5 tonight, which includes the semi-finals and final of the King of the Ring tournament. The McMahons versus Stone Cold Steve Austin in an ownership ladder match.
Yep.
And The Rock versus The Undertaker for the WWF Championship. Really looking forward to that as well. And we've had loads of talk, haven't we?
Yeah.
About how this pay-per-view normally shows up on like the list of worst WWF pay-per-views of all time. But the first half was pretty slow watching because we've had to get through the quarterfinals of the tournament. And on reflection, based on what they're doing now with the quarterfinals being like multi-man matches to get through them quicker, I've enjoyed that element of the tournament this year, which has sped things up. And I can see why they're doing those matches on Raw and SmackDown as opposed to the pay-per-view. But I think with what's to come on this pay-per-view, an hour and 2 minutes in, the remaining probably hour and a half's worth of pay-per-view, I'm really looking forward to the next 5 matches.
I'm looking forward too, but there's one question I need to ask though before we get into it.
Go on, mate, sorry.
Scott, how are you?
Oh, do you know what I want to do with that question? I'm just kidding. I don't really want to bury alive the question. How are you? It's a good bit. I'm doing fine, thanks, mate. Like I say, good week, pretty hot. But I think we're all ready for King of the Ring. How does the watch along work, Matt Burns, for those that weren't with us on Monday?
Well, just in case, just to reiterate it, here's how it works. Get King of the Ring 1999 ready on Peacock, Netflix, DVD, or however you want to watch it. Cue it normally to the very start, but in this case, you need to queue it up for a different time. It is, as you can see on the clock, 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 35 seconds. Line it up. When we count down, 3, 2, 1, play. Hit play at the same time as us. From there, we'll guide you through through each and every single match with live reactions, insight, some classic wrestling trivia, and who knows, even some conversation about the current wrestling as well.
Absolutely. And just for, I suppose, a bit of context, me and Matt Burns haven't watched this recently. This is my first watch since 1999, actually. Probably my first rewatch of this ever, since it was on 26 years ago. And yeah, we're watching all the 1999 pay-per-views this year as we get through the months, and also the 1992 pay-per-views as well from this year. So if you are not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and you'll get all our content beaming into your computers, your phones, your TV screens, because that's what we love. So please, if you want to help us get to that 1,000 subscriber number, we'll love you forever. Just hit that subscribe button. But if you're ready, and everybody's got it queued up on Netflix, Peacock, DVD, or however you choose to watch. If you haven't got it queued up by now, hit pause and come back. But we're going to count down 3, 2, 1, and play. And we're currently at 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 41 seconds as we see Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass, on his way to ring. I love Mr. Ass, Guilty pleasure of mine.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Absolutely. As always, get your comments in. And we want to know if you're watching with us. If you're not, let's just talk about wrestling while we're enjoying 1999 King of the Ring. Billy Gunn here. We talked about this the other night, didn't we? He's currently got one of the Acolytes tag pods with him. Because
I think what makes it more daring is whose tag team title has he got.
Is it Ron Killings? Is it Ron Killings? Is it Ron Simmons? It's Bradshaw's. I mean, we've seen what happens when Billy Gunn takes one of them clothesline from L's. So, semi-final match. Billy Gunn is taking on the Big Red Machine, Kane, who's already defeated Big Show tonight.
Yep.
In this event, in the quarterfinals. And if I remember rightly, Billy Gunn beat Bob Holly?
Nope.
No, who did he beat?
Ken Shamrock.
Ken Shamrock, sorry. Yes, he did. Ken Shamrock and Big Show defeated by these two in the quarterfinals. And now we're going to get Kane versus Billy Gunn. Kane tagging with X-Pac at this time. So it's a very heavy.
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
DX King of the Ring.
It is, isn't it?
Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, Kane, Chyna's been in it. Yeah, it's very very full of Degeneration X. Not that Kane was an official member, but certainly tagging with X-Pac, he may as well have been. He even said Stuckies at one point, didn't he?
Yeah. Although there was that supposed dream that people keep saying that Kane had green gear.
The Mandela effect of that green costume. If only.
If only.
So I've got a question, Matt Burns. What's your favourite version of Kane?
Ooh, that's okay.
Not Blue Kane?
You mean the one that got sued?
Yeah, well, there's a few knocking about now, isn't there?
Well,
support your independent wrestling, guys. I'm sure you'll find a Kane.
Oh no!
A few of them out there now.
There is.
Let's watch.
Blue Kane.
Let's be careful for the algorithm. What we say on here. You can search Kane variants, multiverse Kane, and they'll all pop up on Google. But let's be careful what we say for the algorithm and leave it there. My favorite version of Kane is Blue Kane. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Blue Pain.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's what he's dubbed as now.
That's what we're calling him.
My favorite was Michael Kane.
Michael Kane. You're not supposed to blow the bloody doors off. That was a terrible impression. You know, I pulled that out. I don't know where from. Some people, Master Wayne, just want to watch the world burn. Let's not turn this into a Michael Caine impression. Let's not start me on impressions.
I haven't even attempted.
Before you know it, I'll be doing bloody Christopher Walken. Two mice fall into a bucket of cream. No, stop me. Stop it.
Stop. No. Oh, Kane's upstairs.
Massive drop kick by Billy Gunn outside the ring. Did you see the height on that? So Kane's 7 foot tall. He's got the steps by his head, and Billy got fully up there, both feet. We take that for granted. Billy Gunn, what an athlete, man. What an athlete. I'm on one tonight, you know. Absolutely on one. I'm thinking about more impressions I can do.
My name is Michael Caine, but not a lot of people know that.
What about this one? Can you get this one?
Well, R2D2.
No, it was BB-8. You should know the difference.
That is a good drop kick.
Because it's hot, Matt Burns. Ready for this? I've got a nice scream. Ooh. These two still fighting outside the ring. And because it's 1999, the ref's just letting it go. I used to do that. You just used to go with them, didn't they?
Are you ref watching?
Teddy Long this time. Theodore. Ref watcher. If you know, you know. It's weird, isn't it? The thing to get into. I mean, when I was watching wrestling as a kid, I was 10 years old watching this. I knew every ref. I knew every wrestler's hometown. Probably knew the weight as well.
Sign of a good ring announcer.
I won't be able to tell you now, though.
No.
So at this point, who do you think's the favourite, like, objectively? Kane, Mr. Ass, Road Dogg, X-Pac.
Many could say Kane because of his just raw strength.
The only former champion at this point as well.
Yeah.
All competitors had singles gold. X-Pac had been a European champion. Kane had been a WWE champion. Billy Gunn and Road Dogg both been Intercontinental and Hardcore champions. Obviously, all of them have been all of them have been tag team champions by this point too.
Yeah.
Kane with a drop kick.
That to me just goes to show that even the big man can move.
It was good. It wasn't as impressive as Billy's, but it was good.
Yeah.
Oh. His big show. Billy's not happy about it. Billy beats Kane. Chair shot from the big show to help support. Teddy Long's distracted, got knocked down as he gets back up. Billy's pinning Kane for a 3 count.
And was wise to get out.
Well, he's got another match to prepare for now. Billy going through to the final for the King of the Ring. Again, if you're watching along with us, make sure you get your comments in the chat. We'd love to know if you're watching along with us, and if not, what are your thoughts on today's WWE versus 1999? Oh, Kevin Kelly interviewing X-Pac. You're one of my best friends. May the best man win. And here comes X-Pac.
But at the same time, the one thing with the King of the Ring is if you've got somebody who's got epic music, you get to hear it more than once. As long as they win.
I wonder if they got the pyro back out.
Let's see if they've got the budget for it.
No, not doing the pyro again.
Nah.
Nice.
Perfect way to find out if we're in sync.
North Kakalaki.
Cut the music. Let's boogie.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like, of the three, Billy Gunn is the obvious King of the Ring winner. Great Luke. You know, future main eventer at this point, I thought definitely had all the tools. You look at somebody like the Road Dogg now, objectively, 26 years later. How was the Road Dogg never a world champion? Somebody who's as good on the mic and had a, like, what am I saying here? Somebody who had a,
Hi, I'm Richard Karn, and you may have seen me on TV talking about the world's #1 expandable garden hose. Well, the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead with Pocket Pivot is here, and it's a total game changer. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the Copperhead's Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees for full water flow and freedom to water with ease all around your home. When you're all done, this rust-proof anti-burst hose shrinks back down to pocket size for effortless handling and tidy storage. Plus, your super light and ultra-durable Pocket Hose Copperhead is backed with a 10-year warranty. What could be better than that? I'll tell you what, an exciting exclusive offer just for you. For a limited time, you can get a free Pocket Pivot and their 10-pattern sprayer with the purchase of any size Copperhead hose. Just text WATER to 64,000. That's WATER to 64,000 for your 2 free gifts with purchase. WATER to 64,000.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Pocket Hose. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at pockethose.com/terms.
a charisma like the Road Dogg Jesse James. How was he never a world champion, Matt Burns?
Either it could be he might have done something wrong in the locker room. It might have upset somebody. That's the only thing I can think of.
I think he's a victim of circumstance, I do. So when you've got the Undertaker, Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, all at the top of the card, Mick Foley, The Big Show, you know, certainly a victim of circumstance, a victim of like timing.
I was about to say the victim of the times. Shake, rattle, and roll.
Boom. Knee drop for the cover and a 2 count for the Road Dogg. If you're watching along with us, we're currently at 1 hour, 15 minutes and 30, 31, 32 seconds. I'm choosing to watch on Netflix, also available on Peacock if you're in the US, on DVD if you've got physical media at home. Physical media still always wins. Or however you choose to watch, just sync up with us, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 45 seconds, and we can watch together and you can listen to us for a bit of alternate commentary. You're welcome. And while I'm talking about that, let me tell you about our socials so you can search The Burning Truth anywhere. Just look for the championship belt right above my head or behind Matt Burns, and you can get all our latest news, thoughts, And the guys who run the Twitter, actually, they do have a bit of a laugh, don't they? So
they are a bit savage, aren't they?
A bit savage. Puck with the
Yep.
kicks.
He's planning. Ooh.
Scouted.
Ooh. It's not popular, but here we go. Is he going to go for it? Nope, denied.
Puck equally could have been a really good King of the Ring winner.
Yeah.
Think about, there you go, that's the 3 count. Think about X-Pac and the years he put in. Obviously, he got that win really early in his career against Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. You know, he was seen as a measuring stick for a long time. He'd been a European champion in '99. He worked with the boss's son at WrestleMania. And I just think, you know, they could have chosen now to give it to a smaller guy. Vince always liked the idea of a Mighty Mouse style character. And who else is there as a Mighty Mouse style character than X-Pac, especially as a babyface?
Well, I remember supposedly that Neville was meant to be the Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, the next iteration. Vince always wanted that style character, that Mighty Mouse character.
Yeah.
X-Pac would have, like, he is that, isn't he? He's the underdog. He's the
well, look here. Show respect.
He's the David of David and Goliath, isn't he?
Yeah.
Always. And now we know we've got the main event of King of the Ring '99 is going to be X-Pac against Mr. Ass, Billy Gunn. So that's lined up. So in this first 20 minutes of this live stream, Matt Burns, we've had 2 of the remaining 5 matches. So we've got well over an hour left for the last 3 matches. And you just compare that to today's PLEs, 5-match PLEs.
Yeah.
Where we get through 5 in about 2 hours, 45 minutes. And we're going to get through 10 matches in 2.5 hours on this show.
That's what I mean. It's shocking
to have to the backing of this Rock Undertaker promo video.
That's what it is. No, that's what I mean. In the background music, this whole disco. Like, how to get the hype up.
Do you know what? That's the thing about having the Undertaker and Triple H in this team. So Undertaker was obviously the main heel of the group, but Triple H is the sort of up and coming next sort of big heel main eventer coming through. Did him the world of good. Rock bottom. The Rock steals a victory over Triple H, earning his title match against The Undertaker. Yeah, baby. Hey, if you're watching along with us, or even if you aren't and you want to just talk some wrestling, get your thoughts in the chat. It's open and available for all. Hit that subscribe button below. Make sure you keep up to date with all things Burning Truth, baby.
That's one thing I will say. Taker and Triple H have always had good matches. Or good brawls.
Yeah. Can't argue with that.
You can tell this is earlier rock, because the music's just
your damn roll.
Just whack whack, dead small, dead soft. It's not all like electric guitar and everything.
No, we're not quite there yet, are we? Rock says, know your damn role. Here he comes.
Yeah, first, third generation. You're listening to the commentary.
That was then, yeah. And you know what? How could you not? Because at this time we've got Jerry the King Lawler, Jim Ross, like the voice of wrestling, and the King, just like
Golden
it's like my
commentary.
mum's homemade lobby soup stew.
It's always good.
Warms my soul.
It's always good.
Again, if you're watching along with us, just because we had a few people join the stream, we're at 1 hour, 22 minutes and 4 seconds. If you're watching along with us, just pause us and catch up.
If you've got any hot takes in regards to King of the Ring, put them in the comments. Let's hear your views. What do you think?
Yeah, not just on this year's King of the Ring, not just on 99's King of the Ring. How about 2025's King of the Ring? We've got some thoughts on that. But it is now time for the WWF Championship match. Rock's in the ring, and here comes Ministry Undertaker. Is he coming? Seems to be taking him ages to come out the curtain.
Almost as long as somebody else let me know. He'd probably be casing me if he heard us, Kelsey. Because one of his old songs, it's got like a long entrance, and every time you hear it, it feels like it gets longer and longer and longer.
Undertaker on that slow walk to the ring,
but it adds so much to the presence.
Yeah, and this is it's an interesting time for the Undertaker because we're in that sort of ministry era, but we're leaning out of the supernatural elements of the ministry now. We're not sacrificing people at this point. It's a very corporate ministry. It's very much about control of the WWF and control of the WWF title. It's no longer about weird witchcrafty stuff.
Yeah, and it's during one of the rare times that actually Taker is the champion, because he never had like massive monumental reigns.
That's true.
So when he was champion, you did actually notice it.
Well, you'd hope so.
Oh, you should do.
Four-time undisputed world heavyweight champion, or WWF, WWE champion, if you like, and a three-time world heavyweight champion. Longest reign he had was with the world title. Last time he held that, 140 days. 133 days. He was WWF champion in 97. This reign in 1999, he was champion for only 36 days.
36 days.
Combined time as WWE champion, 238 days. Combined time as world heavyweight champion, 207 days. So 445 days total combined as WWF champion or world champion throughout his career, which is crazy, isn't it, when you think about it? How when you think Roman Reigns was champion for, I mean, how long was he champion for?
Mm-hmm.
Think about Roman Reigns. Think about that he was, champion for 1,316 days in just one reign. And Undertaker, all his world title reigns combined were only 430 odd. 440 odd. Crazy. But it was a different time. We hot potatoed the title around quite a lot in 98, 99.
Yeah, they did.
2000.
And you know what the scary thing about it is right now?
Yeah.
when this is all said and done, and we finish watching this, have you seen what the next event is?
After
King of the Ring.
SummerSlam? No Mercy, Unforgiven, one of those. Judgment Day.
Nope, and nope.
Go on.
Fully Loaded.
Oh, Fully Loaded. I don't remember Fully Loaded 99. I definitely remember Fully Loaded 2000 because The Rock defended the WWF title against Chris Benoit in the main event. And I think Triple H and Kurt Angle were having a bit of a feud at that point.
Yeah.
But I definitely do not remember Fully Loaded 99. What's the main event?
Main event is Steve Austin versus The Undertaker for the WWF/WWE Championship.
Yeah.
But if Austin lost, he could never, ever challenge for the WWF Championship ever again.
Great.
But if he wins, Vince McMahon could no longer appear on WWF television.
Nice. And you can't see either of those things ever happening, can you?
What's that?
And you can't see either of those things ever happening.
That's what I mean. But then again,
That
we've
is how
also...
you put yourself into a corner, Matt Burns.
Oh, no. The other matches that are in it are quite explosive.
So we've got Undertaker Austin. What else we got?
Triple H versus The Rock.
Yeah.
In a fully loaded strap match.
Yeah.
For the number one contendership for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
We then have Road Dogg and X-Pac versus Billy Gunn and China for the Degeneration X rights.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, vaguely, I remember that.
The Iron Circle match.
And Shamrock.
Yep, and Steve Blackman.
That's like the lion cage, isn't it? But yeah.
This is what I mean. We've then got like a special guest referee match, which has got Big Show versus Kane and the Big Shot, Bob Holly.
Oh, Bob Holly. You know what? How have we watched all of 99's pay-per-views and we've watched Bob Holly in every single one so far?
Yeah. Hardcore match, Al Snow and Big Boss Man. European title, Midian versus D'Lo Brown. Acolytes rules match for the WWE or WWF Tag Team Championship, which is Acolytes, Hardys, and for the interesting for the
big suplex on the outside from the Undertaker to the Rock. Mike Chioda, ref watch if you know, you know. Mike Chioda just checking on the Rock there.
There's one match I know that'll be interesting for you, if I'm loaded, for the Intercontinental Championship. Edge versus, ain't he great?
Double J.
So we've got plenty to look forward to for the next
Intercontinental Champion at this point. We haven't seen him tonight, have we? Was the Intercontinental Champion on the last event that we watched was the Godfather?
Yeah.
Who is the Intercontinental Champion now? As we go into King of the Ring, I wonder. Well, Jeff Jarrett's the Intercontinental Champion by Fully Loaded, you're telling me.
No.
What?
No.
Midian is?
No, at Fully Loaded, it was Edge.
All right, okay. That's weird. Undertaker's so good, you know.
Yeah.
But there you go. That's some of the matches coming up on Fully Loaded, which will be the next watch along that we do. It won't be next week. It'll be a few weeks before we pick up Fully Loaded, up to 4 weeks away. But we'll try and do it in line with our schedule versus when roughly in 1999 it was. So we're trying to match them up to the
It's
month
about July.
Well, yeah. So probably sometime in July we'll pull that out, beginning of July. Undertaker really wrenches the arm of the Rock.
Do you want to know who the IC champion is right now during this King of the Ring event?
Yeah.
Ain't he great?
Is it Jeff? Yeah.
Yeah.
Love Double J. Big love to Double J. Give him granules.
Gingerly.
Adding insult to injury right there. Just as we hit the 1 hour 32 minute mark, 1 hour 32 and 11 seconds, 12 seconds, 13 seconds. If you synced up with us watching King of the Ring 99. Liv Morgan injured this week, Matt Burns.
Yeah, dislocated shoulder.
Yeah, but I was just thinking about it.
Yeah. And you can tell it, by the way, you can tell it's 1999, especially with which way he's just gone through the barricade.
Yeah.
That's how you know. What?
No messing.
Exactly. But yeah, Liv Morgan.
The barricade and speared him through it.
Exactly. 1999. That's the best way to go through, either over it or under it and everything. No messing. Just get over there.
Yeah.
Anyway, currently, Liv Morgan is injured. I believe it might be a dislocated shoulder due to a bit of a rough bump from a tackle that sort of went a bit of a bad landing.
A bit
nobody's,
as Sam Beckett would say.
Yeah, as it would. Yeah, nobody's fault. No heat. Freak accident.
No heat.
No. Funny.
Should have did that. No.
I see what you did there. But here's a question for you. Seeing as we're talking about nostalgia, what are your thoughts on Gunther's first challenger?
Epic. Absolutely the right decision to put the belt back on Gunther. Absolutely the right decision to do it at Saturday night's main event instead of in Saudi Arabia. And honestly, I think they've tick. I think they smashed it because Saturday night's main event's in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Which is, where Goldberg made his name for WCW. I just think it's win-win. This whole thing is win-win. The last big match for ring bell. Last big match for Goldberg, probably.
Pause for a second. That to sting just a little bit.
A really good challenge for Gunther. And I don't just mean a challenge for the character of Gunther in his arc, but a really good challenge for the worker Gunther to have to work with somebody as limited as Goldberg and make them look really good. So I think all round, I'm really looking forward to it. In terms of the story, it's got me. Goldberg versus Gunther, I'm in. I'm for it. All for it.
There is somebody who might disagree with you.
Yeah, who's that?
Big Quiche.
The Big Quiche.
Have you seen the rant?
I just don't pay any attention to it because it's obvious that he's annoyed for his son.
Yeah,
and that's fine. But
no, the problem that you've got, and I can understand his frustration. Yes, it's his son, but then dragging in the whole rumor of TKO with Roman Reigns, even though it's only rumored, not rumor and speculation, not fact or truth yet, and trying to put out an accusation of they're trying to go against the bloodline, blah 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 blah. You're not respecting my family. Where a few other writers, they're saying you're telling writers get fired, Rikishi. Here's a little thing for you, Rikishi. I believe it was Dave Meltzer who said it. He actually turns around and says, "Why are you sitting there blaming the writers? Why don't you blame the guy who actually made the actual decision, Triple H?"
I think that's fair because then he knows he'll be, pissing off the numero uno guy, the guy who's going to make it going forward.
And there's been many people who have been sitting there saying Rikishi, it's fine having a rant, but shut up. You're going to cost your son or your sons their future. Potentially.
I just think this isn't the first time Rikishi's spoken up about WWE and the booking of like Jimmy and Jay.
Yeah.
And I think it's understandable because he's a father and I'm a father and I get it. But I think it comes across as him trying to insert himself into the spotlight and trying to nudge the creative his way. And I just think that rubs everyone up the wrong way. Nobody has read that story, I don't think, and gone, he's got a point, you know. They've gone, in fact, reading it's made everybody go, oh, Rikishi, you absolute bellend, what are you talking about?
To be honest with you right now, I feel more sorry for Jay.
Why?
Because his dad literally, his dad's opening his mouth when he shouldn't be.
I just feel bad for Jay, though. He's the number one seller in the business.
No. I mean, what I'm saying to you.
He's had a reign as WWE's number one guy on Monday Night Raw. The big show in the biggest wrestling show in the world on Netflix. Yeah. He's had a great reign. I don't feel sorry for him at all. And losing the title, that's the time to do it. That's the time to do it.
You didn't get what I meant.
Sorry.
You didn't get what I meant. You sort of went onto a tirade. You've just spoke all the things why it's all good. But the point being is, I feel sorry for him because his dad's not letting them tell the story.
Got you.
Give him time to breathe.
Dad, shut up. You're hurting my chances of it. I think he's just thinking, Dad, shut up. You're hurting my chances of a future title match. Maybe he is. I just think Jey Uso has done a phenomenal job this year, but he was never going to be the guy long term.
But the thing is, he doesn't need to be. And the best thing about it is, right now, him not having the title, right, as much as people may be upset that he's lost it too soon, how sorry do people feel for him? Which means he's an even bigger babyface, which means more merch sales.
This is where I would sort of position it. Rob Van Dam, Rey Mysterio, Mick Foley, people who had the world title, didn't need it for long. It did wonders for the career, but they were never going to be the guy. So it's nice to have a world title on your resume. Kofi Kingston's another one. We're never going to be the guy, but it's nice to have him on the roster then in an upper mid-card position as a former world champion.
At least he can literally write on his resume, WWE World Champion.
Yeah.
Because bear in mind, think about it, Owen Hart. Did he have it?
$1 Million Man.
Did he have it?
Mr. Perfect.
Did he have it? Jake the Snake.
Roberts.
That's what I'm saying. You've got a massive plethora of people.
So many that never made it.
That's what I mean. That never got it, but I still remembered fondly so much. How many people could say, well, case in point, almost every wrestling show I've attended, be it either on a show I'm wrestling on or just doing a ring high or anything, there is not a time I do not see a T-shirt that there's always a T-shirt there that says Yeet. Always.
That's because it's been so popular. It's been brilliant. Genuinely been brilliant. And I think it was a good reign for what it needed to be. But we're moving on now. We're moving on. And that's okay. You've got to keep moving forward. There'll be other things for Jey Uso to be. The problem is Rikishi wants Jey Uso to be the champion for 1,300 and however many days.
Can't happen.
It's not going to happen. He's not that good.
He's over.
Yeah, he's incredibly over. He's selling lots of merchandise. Brilliant. But, I mean, the issue is his promos aren't good enough. That's the long and the short of it. Because he's a very believable babyface. And his in-ring work is okay. It's passable. You know, it's as good as a John Cena.
But,
clothesline to Mike Chioda. And now The Rock picks up The Undertaker, big body slam, and sets him up for the most electrifying move in all of sports and entertainment. It's the People's Elbow. Who's your daddy, Undertaker? JO drops the "Who's your daddy, Undertaker?" Put the refs down.
I'm gone.
JR, who's your daddy, Undertaker?
Did not expect that on the bingo card. JR,
Yeah.
who's your daddy?
Oh, cool. Undertaker hits The Rock with a low blow, and now he's got
Bad
passing him some. What is it?
It's supposed to be chloroform.
I'm going to put him to sleep.
But what I find so bad about it is, it looks like a bit of a borrowed idea from a certain past WrestleMania. Taker's probably still thinking, probably Taker's probably got.
The Rock gets a couple of throws out the corner. Now The Rock's got the chloroform, and The Rock's got the chloroform in the Undertaker's face.
The referee is down.
Undertaker's going to be unconscious because of the chloroform. Oh, it's the game. It's the pedigree. Boom.
Oh, old school pedigree as well.
Hook them arms.
What I find so funny about this is supposedly the chloroform's on the hanky is so devastating, but yet Triple H left it there so it's still affecting him.
This place to go nuts for Rocky. Oh, come on, Undertaker.
My Undertaker.
Where's my Undertaker? Oh, God. We're back to impressions.
I still find it funny, the fact that he actually had to go into a takeaway into like a food place to order Undertaker's foods. And deep down that somebody must have asked Paul Bearer, "Do you want fries with that?" Oh yeah.
Right, we're both getting up now. Quick cover on The Rock, but The Rock kicked out, and now the Undertaker and The Rock back in the ring. Undertaker gets him up, looks like a tombstone. Tombstone, and he hits it. Tombstone to The Rock. Pins him 2, 3. The Undertaker retains the WWF title by beating The Rock via pedigree and tombstone.
While under the influence of chloroform.
That was a good match, That could have been the main event for this, quite happily.
Oh, yeah.
Undertaker's still selling that chloroform.
A good sell, that is.
Yeah. My favourite WWF title, WWE title as well, for the Big Eagle. I just think it's beautiful. Such a beautiful belt.
What, the Big Eagle, not the Winged Eagle?
Oh, no, I much prefer the Big Eagle to the Winged Eagle. I don't think the Winged Eagle makes you look like it's not big enough for me. Like, everything was big at the time. There was the big gold belt. We had the Big Eagle. The Winged Eagle doesn't make you look like a champ.
It's the Big Eagle. It's big, and you can't teach that.
That's it, yeah. Bada boom, Really's pedigree in the room. How you doing? Great tombstone on The Rock as well. Boom, nails him.
Definitely not kicking out.
Crucifix pin. Not crucifix pin, but plants his arms over his chest for the pin.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Rest in pin. Triple H is going to be the replacement for Shane McMahon.
A suitable replacement.
Hope Shawn Michaels isn't having any of that. Michaels is sorting that.
Don't you think I didn't know that? Good luck. Good.
There's The Rock. So The Rock didn't want to be seen then, did he? But he was there. And now we've got the main event. The main event of King of the Ring.
Tournament.
The King of the Ring final. Well, it's not the last match, but it is the main event. It's a pay-per-view called King of the Ring. The main event should be the King of the Ring final. X-Pac, Billy Gunn. Looking forward to this. X-Pac, the perennial babyface. Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass. The heel, certainly distancing himself from DX and the New Age Outlaws at this time. Defeated Ken Shamrock, Kane on his way to the final. X-Pac defeating Road Dogg Billy Gunn, and
I'm just trying to remember who was it that when X-Pac was entering while the lights were down, someone drop kicked him. I know someone did. No, there's actually a moment where X-Pac's come into the ring, the lights are down low, and he's posing. Just as he gets to the ringside, someone baseball drop kicks him completely.
Cripple Mania. Didn't catch on the same as 316.
No.
Bam, bam,
and if I recall, I could say something later, but we'll get to that after this match. Scott?
Oh, no. Save that for when we get there.
That's what I'm saying. You know exactly what I'm referring to, though, don't you?
Yeah, and it's one of the stupidest things that The Rock's ever done. Other than now he's messing around with Triple H's booking. It's up there with one of the stupidest things The Rock's ever done. Burying Billy Gunn. Because it did absolutely nothing for him, did it?
It didn't do it Rock any favors. It didn't do Billy Gunn any favors. Ooh. Hang time leaf from Mr. Ass Billy Gunn. And just so you know, everybody, we are at 1 hour, 49 minutes, 20 seconds, 21, 22, 23. The weird thing about it is with these King of the Ring matches, tournaments, all being in one night, it shows that, you know, wear and tear on the body can actually happen. And you could use that in storytelling, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Compared to doing all the other matches on another night.
There was just two. They tried to shove 10 pounds of shit in a 5 pound bag here, didn't they? Putting all the matches on one night. And I'm sure they did the round of 16 matches on Monday Night Raw as well. But yeah,
they did.
Just too much. Too much.
Would you have been happy with just the semi-final and final?
100%. If it would have given those matches longer, more time, etc.
Yeah.
But we've rammed so much into this show. 10 matches on this pay-per-view, not including dark matches and what was on Sunday Night Heat. You know, the audience is fatigued. They've seen X-Pac 3 times just on the pay-per-view alone. We've seen Billy Gunn 3 times just on the pay-per-view alone.
Yeah.
Feels like TEW booking.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing Total Extreme Warfare Wrestling Simulator.
And it'd be sitting there saying, overexposure.
Exactly, yeah. Which I still think we should maybe do something on the channel with that game.
Referee watch.
Tim White, Andre the Giant's handler back in the day. Tim White, great referee. Refed his last match in 2002, a Hell in a Cell match between Chris Jericho and Triple H, which ended with Jericho beating the living hell out of Tim White so they would open the door in a bit of a rehash of when Michaels did it to the cameraman in 97.
Hang on, ducking the line.
See all that information you just got just from Ref Watch.
That's what I mean.
Got this information just crying to get out.
It's floods. You know, you open the floodgates. Oh,
Famous to X-Pac. Taking too much time there, Billy. Don't you want to win the match? Big kick out from X-Pac. And now this way you want to get the fans behind you now because he's down and he's properly down. He's got to come back.
Billy's frustrated.
X-Pac, X Factor.
Ooh, but he's worn.
Taking too long to get the pin on Billy. Taking too long. Not really pinning the shoulders to the mat. And Billy with quite an easy kick out there. If he wants to win the match, he's got to get in there with the cover.
Boom! Here comes the basket.
Okay. Big kicks in the corner. Those educated feet of X-Pac finishing with that roundhouse. Setting him up now for the Bronco Buster. He's hit one and he's missed one tonight. And there's the third right on the money on Billy Gunn. Go busted. Billy gets himself back up to his feet. X-Pac comes off. Clothesline reversed. Neck breaker by Mr. Ass. Lovely cut off.
Yeah. Crisp.
And a kick out from X-Pac. Again, if you're watching this, watch along with us. King of the Ring 99. You're enjoying what you're seeing. We do these quite regularly, actually, as well as all our other stuff that we do on the channel. Reviews, challenge, watch along challenges, news videos, loads of stuff that we do on the channel. Make sure you subscribe. We're trying our best to get to 1,000 subscribers, so every single subscription makes a difference. Please hit the subscribe button, like if you do, and Matt Burns will love you forever.
Yes, I will. I will say that looks a bit landing.
Also got something quite cool, Matt Burns. Ooh. If you are a listener, Billy Gunn gets the win. Famous Rock the second row, and that is a win. Mr. King of the Ring 99 is Billy Gunn. What I was going to say then, Matt Burns, was if you are a listener in the US or a watcher, so whether you're listening on the podcast or on YouTube, this is for US-based listeners and watchers only. We have a giveaway starting on next Sunday's podcast episode that we're recording live Sunday night UK time, 8 p.m. We'll be doing our first giveaway. So make sure you subscribe to be in with a chance for that giveaway next Sunday. So that's Sunday give the correct date. Sunday, the 22nd of June, 8 p.m. UK time. If you are a US viewer or listener, make sure you subscribe and watching along to have a go at that giveaway.
I know. Got to be in it to win it.
So.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are now on the final.
Are you sure?
This is the big.
Feels like we haven't had a tag title match.
There wasn't one?
All right, okay. Just the number one contender on Heat.
Yeah.
And now we're getting the story of the summer. So Austin beats The Rock for the title from the corporation at WrestleMania. What McMahon was already plotting. Undertaker dressed as Kane.
I remember watching that moment live.
It was me all along, Austin. What a great hype video this is.
What a way to literally just...
Stephanie.
He always has a good way of saying things, especially in a limo.
Well, that was at the end of the last pay-per-view. I can't remember what it was we were watching.
You can't remember what we were watching?
What the last one was? Oh, it was Over the Edge, wasn't it? That was the end of Over the Edge. Where to, Stephanie?
But then again, you can always say, buckle up, Teddy. Just business.
There you go. No, it wasn't the end of Over the Edge. It was the end of the one before that, wasn't it?
Yes.
The end of Backlash, maybe.
Backlash.
I absolutely love this video, you know. Linda McMahon gave control of the WWF to Stone Cold Steve Austin, the new CEO. Austin just with a tie on.
Coffee breaks replaced by happy hour.
That is now the beer budget. Climb the ladder. Bossman versus Austin. No interference.
No corporate interference. What did I find so funny? If you know, you know. He has a favorite line there, hasn't he? Winner take all. Winner take all.
Comes back Survivor Series 2001, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Here comes the corporation. Well, here comes Vince and Shane anyway. Pretty politicians.
Hang on. Just getting the walk.
He wasn't as bad at this point. It got much worse as time went on. No chance.
Which, if you've been fighting for businesses, I'm just trying to look up some interesting news because he's supposedly been trying to buy into businesses, hasn't he?
Well, I know he's just started his own company, 14 and something. And then TMZ just happened to be on the scene when Shane McMahon was walking through town last week and just happened to. I mean, I didn't know TMZ was a dirt sheet, but they just happened to know that Shane and Vince might be starting their own wrestling company. Oh, it will they, won't they? Are they trying to buy WWF? What are they doing? Yeah, just the most staged interview ever. Probably just sort of not teasing, but almost testing the waters to see if how it would do.
Well, supposedly the rumor has it says Vince McMahon recently attempted to buy Combat Sports Promotion.
I'm surprised because Vince loves football, right? I'm surprised he hasn't just decided to buy an NFL club.
Or trying to...
Suitable replacement, Steve Blackman. I can't see it myself. I think we're about to see HBK.
Suitable replacement.
Again, if you're watching along, listening along, we're currently at 2 hours, 3 minutes and 22, 23, 24 seconds. Vince in the ring now with his suitable replacement, Steve Blackman. Waiting for Stone Cold. Well, I think we'll see Shawn Michaels first. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Been caught in the act. There's nothing wrong with him. Now Vince looks concerned because there's nothing wrong with Shane, which means Shane's going to have to wrestle in the match.
You can stay, but you can stay out of the match. Do you know who it was originally rumored to be?
What?
GTV.
Goldust.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's ready for the match. Get your G.I. Joe looking ass on the back.
Get to stepping.
Blackman's been asked to go. And now it is the McMahons. And now it's time. The crowd have been there. They've got through so much. And now it's time to hear the glass break. And we're going to get that classic 99 Steve Austin pop.
Bye. McMahon boys.
Good old Vince and Shane.
My boy Brooke won the pony.
Got the briefcase there, Stan. You know what I'm doing right now? I'm pointing at it. It's not the WrestleMania sign. Here he comes. From Victoria, Texas.
Just leave the vehicles at home, Austin. Use your strut. We don't want to be running over people. I still find that unbelievable. The fact that they let him drive in at WrestleMania and he accidentally rams the barricade.
I mean, he drives a lot of those things, though. He drives them on his ranch. He's got a license, etc. One of the most competent people you could have had doing it. I just wish he hadn't had so many cervezas before he went out there. A couple of Steve Weisers.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, extreme driving.
Okay. 2 hours, 7 minutes, 48, 49, 50 seconds if you're watching along with us. Main event time. Shane and Vince McMahon versus Stone Cold Steve Austin in a ladder match for total control of the WWF at King of the Ring in 1999. And we're on the big brawl now. Here we go. Referee Earl Hebner following Austin while he's taking out McMahon. Oh, Shane tried his best but got put down. Austin sends him off the ropes. Before a back elbow gets ducked. And Luthez pressed to Shane. Off the ropes. Big elbow. This is why he's so good. Funny, this is 1999, so fast forward 10 years, and the biggest guy in the business then is John Cena, right? Fair to say?
Yep, fair to say.
Like, Austin, anti-authority of the generation. You know, he is like core Generation X.
Yeah.
Like, he is rough, anti-authority, alternative culture, swears. You know, it's no longer drinking milk, eat your vitamins, say your prayers. It's very much
punch your boss, punch your boss
to others before they do unto you. And 10 years later, then we've got John Cena, who's very much part of the PG era. But when you take the characters down to the core, although Austin was a beer drinking, beer swilling, rough Texas redneck, the characteristics that he showed as a babyface, that never give up mentality.
Are you saying are you trying to say that Stone Cold had hustle, loyalty, and respect?
Well, the Rattlesnake never had any loyalty, but he certainly had hustle and respect, certainly.
He had others give him respect.
The big baby faces of WWF and WWE do have a lot in common between them. And think about the guys who, you know, who were really the main star of the company for any amount of time. Hogan,
Savage,
begrudgingly Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels as a babyface, Austin, John Cena, The Rock. Maybe not The Rock. Cody, even today's day and age. And I think it's one of the reasons I like CM Punk so much in 2025, and even in his previous run with the WWF, WWE. Like, CM Punk's the closest thing to Austin we've had since Austin. I would say CM Punk's more like Austin than even like a Kevin Owens is.
No, I can understand that.
Oh dear.
You got to sit there and think the epic game of Jenga.
No. Austin flipping the birds from the top of those ladders.
You got to sit there and think that might be a simple thing, but one wrong step.
Oh yeah.
Steve, acrobat. Gentleman, stuntman.
They're getting the bejesus knocked out of them.
The bejesus. I was just about to say, I could have sworn I remember them falling down.
Yeah. This is the one.
Third time's the charm. No.
I remember him coming down though. Maybe that's not right.
I could have sworn it.
Did you watch AAA?
Yeah.
The Worlds Collide event?
Yes, I did. I watched it live.
I still haven't seen it, but I did find or read this week, and I was really happy about it. But it seems to have gone down really well. And it was Jeremy Borash that show ran the entire event.
Hang on.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. There we go. That's more like it. I will say, that's one sturdy setup to have one ladder hold the entire thing up on one side. That's some creative construction there. Either they got lucky or someone actually really, really planned that out. Or a combination of both.
Probably. You'd like to think so, wouldn't you? Austin now taking that black ladder down to the ring.
There we go. Double feature. Double feature.
An instant replay. As Austin gets that belt up, gets that ladder up, but Shane comes in and goes straight back over the top into the outside. Vince is back in the ring. Austin's got the ladder in his hands. Oh, and takes out Vince.
I don't think they've got their resumes ready. Well, if they didn't then, if they did,
sorry, Matt, as we come up to 2 hours and 16 minutes dead on the watch along, if you're watching along with us.
Well, if they didn't have the resumes then, one of them does now.
Oh.
Unsafe working conditions.
Oof, taking Shane out.
It's always the Spanish one, isn't it?
Always the Spanish announce table.
You know something's going to be epic when you've got JR saying, I don't like this, not one bit.
Austin's up the ladder on the outside. Shane is sat on the Spanish announce table, and through he goes, one of those elbows. Classic, vintage Steve Austin.
Vintage, Steve.
So back to the conversation we were having earlier on about Triple H and The Rock and WWE creative in 2025. What do you think about the news that The Rock wants to replace Triple H with Brian Gewirtz?
What?
So apparently The Rock, this internal power struggle between The Rock and Triple H. The Rock wants to replace Triple H, just head of creative, with Brian Gewirtz. Oh, Austin just took a nasty landing off the ladder through one of those announce tables. Didn't break. Bounced off it.
Gewirtz.
Yeah, Brian Gewirtz. Used to be head writer of SmackDown once upon a time.
Right.
Now works for The Rock's Seven Bucks Productions. Wrote most of Young Rock.
No.
What, you don't think it's a good idea?
I just feel as though
all the Edge Christian and Kurt Angle stuff back in the day.
It might be good, but the problem is Rock's dragging it. That just seems like just a power play to get more power for Rock.
Oh, 1000%, that's what it does.
Right.
I saw an interesting picture, three interesting pictures the other day. It was Vince McMahon's Mount Rushmore of wrestling, and it had Hogan, Austin, Cena, Triple H, maybe something like that. Triple H's Mount Rushmore of wrestling. It had like Ric Flair, Harley Race, etc., on. And then it said The Rock's Mount Rushmore of wrestling, and it was The Rock, The Rock, The Rock, and The Rock. Vince climbing the ladder in the ring, going for that briefcase. And Austin low blows Vince.
I remember the amount of times whenever you see a ladder match, everyone was like, do a finish off the ladder, do a finish off the ladder. Never considering the safety of the wrestlers. Almost a Taka Michinoku driver from the looks of it.
Austin Shane's head off then. And now stomping a mud hole in the corner on Shane McMahon.
That was a good drag from Austin, how he did that. Just whoop.
Oh, it's Shane in the corner of that ladder. No comments tonight, guys. It's been very quiet on the YouTube side. We'll be back again Sunday at 8 p.m. Matt Burns.
Ooh. Mean of the Mind is more like a Mean of the Ladder.
And I reckon, Matt Burns, this Sunday coming for the podcast, we do our first ever What If versus. What do you think?
I think that should be interesting. The question is what will be the what if?
And here's my suggestion. It's not in stone yet, but here's what I think we should do. I think we should do what if Shawn Michaels went to WCW after Survivor Series and not Bret Hart.
Okay.
And I think one of us should do what if, what would have happened in the WWF, and one of us should do what if and what would have happened in WCW.
Ooh. That's been a tough one.
So the what if is, what if Vince never told Bret he couldn't afford his contract? What if Vince told Shawn he couldn't afford his contract?
What if Owen was the one who had to leave instead of Bret?
Was he? Austin's back.
What if Owen had to leave instead of Brett?
Owen was never as big a star as Brett, though, was he?
True. What if the Radicals never come to WWE?
Or what if it wasn't the Radicals? What if it was 4 different workers?
Yes.
What if it was Booker T, Conan, Shane Douglas,
Billy Kidman.
Billy Kidman's another good one,
yeah. What if Booker T and Buck Bagwell had a really good match on WWE? No. On WWE, and we actually got that original planned feud.
WCW as a brand. What are these goofs doing? Shane is on Vince's shoulder instead of going up the ladder so they can get the briefcase. Austin's just looking at him in the corner like, what are these goofs doing?
Go party, go party, go party. I wonder how many kids were sitting there thinking, stop.
Let's do the stunner. One of the better ones he's done on Vince through the years. Shane, awesome at taking stunners. There he goes. And now it's time to get that briefcase, Austin. You are the CEO of WWF. It looks to be academic. And the briefcase is getting pulled away from him.
But do you know what I find so funny with this?
What?
Did we ever actually get the answer on that?
No. They never came back to this, ever. Wasn't the thing. Austin now on the ladder with Vince doing those big right hands. Kick Shane. Oh, Vince with a couple of shots to Austin. Oh, and Shane pushes the ladder. Takes down Vince and Steve Austin. Shane puts the ladder back into position. And up he goes. McMahon and Austin are down. Shane's at the top of the ladder. And Shane gets the briefcase.
Somebody's lowering the briefcase.
Shane and Vince are back in control of the WWF.
What makes me laugh more than anything about this is why it was never revealed.
They could have just said it was Triple H or China or it was, Midian or Paul Bearer. They could have said it was literally anyone.
Anybody could have done it. Hornswoggle.
Yeah. We'll let readers to know what Austin's just said to Vince.
But anyway, I believe we're about to come to an end of
the end. Austin's not happy though. And that is, you're right, Matt Burns, the end of the episode. So that was Royal Rumble. No, it wasn't. King of the Ring 1999. What did we think overall of the show?
I actually, as much as people can sit there saying it's the worst one ever,
Well, not bad, was it?
Was it?
I don't think it was bad at all.
I just think it gets labeled bad because they had a bit of a bad situation with the story, with the whole higher power situation.
Yeah.
The actual event itself was not too bad. Compared to now, too many matches.
Yeah, they tried to shove 10 pounds of shit in a 5 pound bag. Absolutely. Do you want me to give you some of my thoughts? Maybe, I don't know.
I'd like to hear your hot takes.
Okay, so I've probably got 5.
Hang on. Scott's 5 hot takes.
Yeah, as I went through, I was sort of making notes. So, Big Show versus Kane was a snooze fest. For me, it showed in this era that they were both a bit overrated. The match lacked fire, which is ironic because it was Kane. Psychology lacked pace. They hadn't developed much, either of them, at this point. It was too early for them to be in the same match together, single on a pay-per-view. And there's another one in the next on Fully Loaded as well, which I'm not looking forward to. X-Pac and Road Dogg should have headlined the tag division. If Billy Gunn wasn't going to tag with Road Dogg, then it should have been X-Pac and Road Dogg for longer than it actually was eventually. Both were really over with the crowd. There was great chemistry. The quarterfinal match was better than half the card. WWE missed the chance to use this event to springboard them together, I think.
Fair enough.
My third hot take was that the tournament was an afterthought. Even though all the matches pretty much were on the show, all the quarters, all the semis, and the final, the tournament itself felt like a bit of an afterthought. And that was fine. Don't get me wrong, that was fine. But my opinion is that it was an afterthought. People said the tournament was too short because it was in one night. When I've had a look at some of the reviews, and it had weak matches. I think it was just the DX King of the Ring, and it was okay, but it was only ever mid card. Wasn't as it could have been.
Yeah, I think what also didn't exactly help out of all the actual King of the Ring matches, the one that was the longest out of them, do you know what it was? Road Dogg versus China.
Yeah. My next hot take, for me, watching these pay-per-views in 1999, I think it's fair to say that by this point, Austin and McMahon had jumped the shark a little bit and was running out of fire. Austin versus McMahon, one of the best storylines in the history of wrestling. But at this point, it's losing its edge.
I think the reason why it lost its edge is because of, once again, that age-old question of they didn't have an actual answer for the higher power and decided, oh no, we haven't. Our original plan hasn't fallen through. Our backup plan hasn't fallen through. We've got no plan. What do? Let's just do what we know that works, which is Austin versus Vince McMahon. Instead of letting
Reed, they've been doing this storyline for 2 years at this point, Austin versus McMahon, and it just hadn't gone anywhere. It was getting repetitive now, and it was a bit cartoonish for me. And then my last hot take for this event, and this is a hot take, but for me, Billy Gunn was the right winner. I think look back and say Billy Gunn winning was a huge mistake. The flip side is that he was over. He had a good look. They were going to push him as a heel. He was one of the few mid-carders that Vince liked the look of as a main eventer.
Yeah.
The real issue wasn't the win, and we'll talk about this when we talk about SummerSlam probably, because that's where it'll come up. But the follow-up with
The Rock.
With The Rock totally kills his momentum. So that's where I am. They're sort of my hot takes.
I feel sorry for Billy Gunn because he was the one King of the Ring who wasn't catapulted into the main event.
Yeah.
We didn't end up eventually in the main event.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because he is a top talent, but that's because they had The Rock absolutely bury him. Now, that's fine and dandy that you got him burying, but who did that help?
Yeah. In hindsight, the biggest missed opportunity of the night was probably Triple H. He didn't even appear in the tournament. And I know he'd already won it previously, but knowing now what we know about Billy Gunn's run for the rest of the year, if you'd have put Triple H over strong in this tournament again, he starts his ascent to the main event in the next 2 months anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know, if you pulled the trigger here, maybe he would have felt even bigger deal by the time you get to the end of 99.
Yeah, the weird thing about it is, I'm just looking at the card right now, and it makes it really, really weird.
What?
Triple H didn't wrestle.
No, he was in his gear, but he didn't wrestle.
He's in his gear, but he didn't wrestle.
Yeah, really strange. Really, really strange. So they're my thoughts on King of the Ring 99. Do I think it was one of the best WWE pay-per-views of all time? No. Where would I rate it? Maybe 2 out of 5 bangers. I don't think it was a disaster. It probably wasn't to the level of a 3, which is what we give some of the pay-per-views. I would say it was a 2.
I'd go for the half, but we don't do half bangers.
We don't. Otherwise, it would be a 10 banger system.
Banging. But anyway.
So yeah, for me, it's 2 bangers out of 5, I think.
It's as much as when people hear 2 out of 5, that's really disrespectful. Not really, because 2 out of 5, that's still not exactly really bad. That's still, Yeah,
we're not giving it minus stars in the Tokyo Dome.
Minus 5 stars.
And at the end of the day, you guys will have your own opinions. And if you disagree, let us know in the comments and you give it your own rating. Absolutely. This is just how we feel right now based on what we've seen. And like I say, it's just opinion. You might think we're talking utter crap. I mean, I do. So
the thing is, as we've said, it ended up becoming what it is with the times that they had. They managed to get by it, and I think it just gets weighed down by the higher power.
Yeah, the stories going into this weren't the most elite, but I think that's just 1999 for you. All in all, though, I think it was perfectly acceptable, and that's where I like it. I don't think it was a bad show. It was 2 out of 5.
I think you just said it best there. It was passable. It got by. Because bear in mind, if you look at the next show that we're going to be most likely going to be doing a watch along, which is fully loaded, that card looks stacked.
Agreed.
And it looks like it could, it's heading towards the turning point.
Good stuff.
Not TNA turning point.
Not TNA turning point. So I think it's fair to say, remember to subscribe to the channel. We love doing this and we love to do more. And that can only happen if we get loads of people subscribing. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So please help us get there. Like the video if you do and comment. Who was your favorite King of the Ring winner? And who would you have had win the 1999 King of the Ring? For now, though, make sure if you are subscribed, you're going to watch the podcast recording that we will do live 8 p.m. UK time on Sunday. There'll be a giveaway for our US viewers on that episode. So please make sure you stay tuned for that. From me, thank you very much for joining us on this watch along. I've loved doing these 1999 ones with you. So roll on fully loaded. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it always. But before I say from me and everything, but I got one message that I always have to say. I've even got it on a t-shirt, which I might actually bring back on the next episode potentially. But of course, most importantly, until next time, stay fired up, stay passionate, and remember, DFTBA. And in case you know what that means, don't forget to be awesome! Wow. It's getting worse, that is, I don't care. You can buy that t-shirt and all the others at theburningtruthuk.com. And from me, I'll just say good night and Excelsior.